Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic host of Bachelor Nation News. And Bachelorette bad boy Logan shares his truth about his exit. As we know, conspiracy theories floated around the internet that Logan was either potentially kicked off the boat or made love to a deckhand or maybe was abducted by aliens. But in fact, Logan finally tells you exactly what went down, how it went down, and how that made him feel. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals for stand-up show updates. And I'm also going live right after this on Patreon at patreon.com/Dave Neal. Join the community. All right. This is Mrs. Broadwell's special day. Her classroom here is a kindergarten classroom, and they are looking for Amazon supplies. They need your help. Help color the classroom, the walls, the toys, and all the things that a good kindergarten needs to get motivated, to learn, and have fun. Thank you so much to Mrs. Broadwell for all you do, and I hope you guys can donate. Link in the comment section below. All right, so I'm guilty of this. I'm guilty of sharing misinformation regarding Logan because I actually found this story. I'm going to share what he had to say. Stick around for that. Hold on a second. But first, I have to share this because he does reference me in one way or another in his podcast interview. Bachelorette star Logan had quick exit from the show. Truth exposed. So here's what I found out. Triangular UFO appears in the sky over Amsterdam. Okay. That is wild, friends. The Netherlands may be a vortex energy spot. Okay, so you saw that video, right? And we kind of compared the triangle in the sky. And of course, we found out that Logan may have been a part of that. Going deep into Logan's eyes. Do we have a sighting of that same UFO? So anyway, then we found out that there was this photo that was sent to me from Bruce, good friend of the program, Bruce here, sent this, which appears to be, I don't know, I'm not great at Photoshop. I can't tell if it's Photoshop, but to me, it looks like we've actually got what appears to be a UFO abducting Logan. And actually, upon further looking, which is what I did, I actually zoomed in on the photo because I have this special software that lets us zoom in on the photo. And what we notice is actually that the UFO was actually being run by the moth that we found from that lady's shoulder the other day. There it is. So it's the same moth is actually performing on Dancing with the Stars, doing red carpet for VMAs, and now, believe it or not, he has commandeered a spaceship. So his story in Hollywood is out of this world, as they say. Now let's pull back up the story we were working on here. So that's where we're at. Let's just have a look at Logan's story. I'm going to play two clips. The first one here is Logan explains how the guys reacted when he switched to Gabby. And then the next clip I'm going to play is the reason Logan left. From his words. We've heard from other people, but from his words.
Gabby, like, how did you feel and how did the reaction from Gabby's guys when you walked into that room, did that surprise you, how they reacted?
Dude, I knew it was going to be I knew it was
target on your back.
Oh yeah, I knew it. I like
big hair today.
I hadn't seen those guys for weeks, and I love some of those guys. Like, some of those guys were very close to me in the mansion. Eric specifically, to this day, like, very good friend of mine. Like, you know, I had talked to Nate a lot in the mansion, and you know, Mario and those other guys. You know, we had a good time at the mansion, and they were guys who I considered my friends. But when I walked into that party, I got some looks that, you know, they're like, whoa, I haven't seen you for weeks, and what are you doing here? And then I started talking and trying to explain this thing in like 30 seconds, right? Mm-hmm. And when it came out, I could tell it wasn't happily received. But to be honest with you, after a couple hours, like the next morning, we were all sitting on a couch together laughing, and it was fine. Like, they were very welcoming. After they kind of got an initial reaction, they kind of processed it a little bit. They got to like understand where I was coming from. And then the next day we were like having beers together, eating together, and we were all good.
Wow, that sounds like fun. Having beers together, eating together. No wonder they didn't want to go on these dates. This is a nice boat side fraternity they've got. All right, here's the story you've been waiting for. The real reason Logan left, from his words. First time hearing this story. Let's see if it involves any UFOs.
Talk about that, because no one was expecting that. You just leave. Everyone has a rumor of what really took place. So we want to hear from the man himself. Talk it out with us. What took place with COVID?
No, you know what? I would love to talk about this because this is not something I expected to get the reaction it has. There's like these very creative, very artistic theories going around about what actually happened to me. I did indeed get a positive COVID test. I went on a group date with Gabby's guys. We did the Amsterdam group date, and I'm back on the ship, and we're in the hallway, and I'm getting my suit ready, and they're like, Logan, step away, go to your room right now.
Step away.
Luckily, like the rest of the guys were okay.
So you weren't a producer plant, is what you're trying to say.
I'm not a producer plant. And
You heard it here first, people.
Case closed, ladies and gentlemen. Bachelor Nation
think,
investigators can calm down now.
People think I'm like Nicolas Cage from National Treasure with some like massive plan.
Well, so now that sounds crazy, but sometimes we just like to bury the lead in plain sight here. So I would like to just wonder, could he be, I mean, do we need the X-Files music on a Friday? Could he be Nicolas Cage in National Treasure? So we pulled up, just, that whole Berenstein effect. I like to pull up National Treasure, and I looked into it. Oh my, are you kidding me right now? Logan is actually Nicolas Cage from National Treasure. And when you look at the details here, you actually realize two things. One, we actually got the celebrity sighting, the moth guy from the VMAs, who's also commandeered a spaceship, and also is on Dancing with the Stars, is actually in the movie poster. So this moth has been around for a long time. But as you guys know, when we talk about Illuminati stuff, the secrets all add up. You guys know I've been talking about the all-seeing eye for God knows how long. So when you overlap actual Dale's toes here to the all-seeing eye, let's set this to 50%, you actually see that they line up identically right now. So check this out. I go over here, I type 50%. Those are Dale's toes, and they line up perfectly with the all-seeing eye. Is this a coincidence, or is Logan part of a giant conspiracy to steal the Declaration of Independence? I mean, honestly, I don't know. I'm not too sure, but the signs point to it. So anyway, keep it going. Says he's not Nicolas Cage, but I don't know. That hair says a different story.
Some UFO conspiracy, but
yeah,
guess what? I was just as bummed out and just as underwhelmed from that exit as everyone else was who was watching. Like, imagine after all that, after the emotional roller coaster that I put other people through, after the emotional roller coaster I was on, for it to end that way was like an absolute dart right in my heart. And it was like, really? That's how this ends? I was like, after all this. And it was terrible.
All right, there we have it, folks. He said it was an absolute dart right in his heart. I tell you what, like, look, this whole idea of like making Logan some sort of soft villain. I say soft villain because they sort of teased him as a villain, but it didn't pay off as a villain. The way that he handled the questions that meant a lot of people are asking, could Logan be the next Bachelor? Now, we've seen that he's going to be on Bachelor in Paradise, but if it doesn't work out for him, would that be enough stage time, quote-unquote, on the show? Is he ready to take the lead there? We don't have really many other options. Caitlin Bristow's promoting Spencer, actually. She said that. Caitlin Bristow, I'll go to my Instagram here, just interviewed Spencer, who, by the way, off the Vine, Spencer didn't get much. He's actually the perfect candidate because he didn't get much time on the show, but people that have enjoyed him really like his new look with the facial hair. Who knows if he's ready? Of course, we revealed yesterday that Nate declined being the Bachelor, so really not sure what's going to come next, but we have another season of Bachelor in Paradise to get through, and then before you know it, Bachelor 2023 will be happening, and then before you know that, it'll be 2078, and I'll be on crutches doing Bachelor 99, or maybe I'll be I don't know, either way. Point is, the world just keeps on spinning, doesn't it? Anyway, we got more content coming your way. Play my outro music here. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram for stand-up show updates. Hey, come to the show on Saturday. It's going to be a fun time, 8 p.m. East Hollywood. Link in the comment section for tickets, and you can donate to Mrs. Broadwell's her kindergarten class. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.